Hello, and welcome to Lucky 13 Day of Fun with Cheese, the Code Breaker edition. You know, today's been an interesting day. I'm wearing the hat, not because it's Groundhog Day, not because we were supposed to be in spring, but because it's really crappy outside and I just don't want to go outside. Neither do the kids, neither is my wife. She made an awesome meal, incorporated some Parmesan cheese and some mild cheddar into it. We had a chicken and broccoli, and then she also made some awesome meatballs. But today I wanted to talk a little bit about not only my hat, but my shirt. And those of you who know me know I teach at Auburndale High School, and I haven't paid for a shirt in a store setting in many years, at least a t-shirt. There's all kinds of opportunities to support all kinds of awesome causes throughout the year, and one of the causes we do every year is our annual Drive Your Tractor to School Day, which if you've ever seen our day, we have 40 tractors that drive Main Street, and then everybody parks up in the high school parking lot, and we have a huge reception. But not only just the drive, but we help support an individual in our area that is in need. And last year's our cause was Gage Zellner. He was a 2 or 3 year old boy who had childhood leukemia. And our students raised over $17,000 for Gage, and we're really happy to say he's doing well. And we send a shout out to you today, Gage, down in the Vesper area there. But yeah, every shirt I have has a different meaning and has a different thing that generally applies to what I do on a daily basis. So, on to today's edition, the Code Breaker edition. So, we're all in this buy local, support local, and find out where your food is. Okay, I'm going to let a little secret out here. We have the safest food supply in the world. We can trace that food back to the individual farm, individual animal. That's how safe our food is. And that goes along with our dairy industry as well. There's a thing called the IMS, Interstate Milk Shippers List, which every dairy plant is given a code, and that code then refers to the state and the individual plant in which it was produced in. So I'm going to show you, and this is a little bit different. We're going to do some interactive stuff today. I know at the Gerhardt School of Homeschooling they're doing some really fun things over there over Neilsville. But today I'm going to use some razzle dazzle with my computer. So this is whereismymilkfrom.com, and in it, you can take your code off of your dairy product and find exactly where it was made. So over here, I have a bag of some of the finest chocolate milk, 2% Weber's Farm Store, and you can see down here that it is plant number 55. Now 55 refers to the state of Wisconsin, and then 254 is then the plant. So let's punch it in once, and we shall find out who 55 dash 254. We hit enter, and we hit find it. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry. 55-254, and find it. Are you kidding me? 55-254. Well, this is frustrating, but I can tell you that this site must have gone down since I tried this earlier, because we were knocking them out like crazy. But I do have this list, and this is the individual state code list that we have. So Utah is a 49, Virginia is a 51, Wisconsin obviously is 55, Minnesota is 27, Arkansas is number 6, or Colorado is number 6, or number 8, and California is number 6. So the other fun one is we look at butter, and butter has a really unique way of it has some individual private labeling. And so Nature's Touch, they don't all have to follow along with this coding, because right here it's hard to find any sort of 55 number, but it is packaged by Foremost for Nature's Touch, which we all know is in the 700 plus stores of Quick Trip. So this one from Grassland is a number 49-34. 49-34, if we look, they have a plant in Utah. And so that's where theirs is coming from. This is actual like Grassland butter that a friend of mine brought from out there, lives out west, but this is from theirs. But here's the interesting one. We have Festival butter, and we look at the bottom, and we see right here 55304. Let's try punching that one in once. We'll see if the site is back up. 55-304. And there we go. Grassland, it even tells you where it is located. And so this tells you where your milk is from, or where the actual product is coming from. So just because it's not in here does not mean that it's in this database. I found a few others that were not in this database, but I just assumed. And I guess when you assume, you make a fool out of you and me if you spell it out. A couple other things you might notice if you go to some of the grocery store shelves, and you'll see Kemp's milk is 55-1500, and that is down 55-1500. And that is Kemp's Dairy. Now, if you're looking at Kemp's Dairy and a generic next to it, you look at the number, both of them are the same, both of them are produced in the same plant, coming out of the same place down in Cedarburg, Wisconsin. So, secrets revealed. Look for the number 55 in your dairy case. This works with yogurt. This works with many other dairy products that are out there. They don't have to always follow the label, but if you're wondering what some of those pre-printed codes are, obviously you're going to have an expiration date on there and things like that, or best used by date. Butter you can freeze for a long period of time and then save that for later. Milk, not so much. I wouldn't suggest doing that, but just keep buying your milk and supporting your local dairies. And speaking of that, you know, we're probably going to have, if you have some money coming back from tax returns or other sources here, and you're looking at things, try to support your local farmers. Find a protein that you like and find a resource for it. So that way you're not having to look at your dairy case or your beef case or pork case and say, well, should I get a steak or should I get a burger tonight? You can have the whole thing in your freezer. You can have T-bones, you can have chuck roast, you can have round steak, you can have tenderloin steak, whatever you wish. If you want 5 pounds of hamburger, just pull it out of your freezer. You feel a lot less bad pulling it out of your freezer when you don't have to pay for it. You get to shake the hand of the farmer that raised it and get to know the butcher that cut it up. It's a really cool way of getting to know your local farmers and supporting your local economy and knowing exactly where your food comes from, which is what this is all about today. You know, showing that Wisconsin has a powerhouse of dairy processors here in the state of Wisconsin, and that there's a lot of cool things that you can do to help support local. And just because it's not local doesn't mean that the dairy is bad. You're still supporting a farmer. There's a lot of cool things. I saw some Vermont cheese in the case today. It's not Wisconsin cheese, but it's still pretty good cheese. They do a nice job out there. So you guys have a great day, and we'll see you with Fun with Cheese, day 14, going on 2 weeks. Good to have you. Check us out on YouTube. Be good. Bye.